Why are there not more people talking about how betrayal feels like a knife to the heart? It's a pain that goes beyond the physical, slicing through your very soul and leaving you gasping for air. The emotional turmoil is indescribable, a whirlwind of confusion, anger, and sadness that seems to have no end. I was with my now ex-boyfriend for almost 8 years. 8 long years filled with memories, laughter, and shared dreams. We were the couple everyone envied, the ones who seemed to have it all together. Our love story was the kind that people write about, filled with passion and deep connection. We owned a house together, had pets together. Luckily, no kids. Our home was our sanctuary, a place where we built our life together. We spent weekends renovating, making it our own little paradise. Our pets were like our children, bringing joy and companionship into our lives. Last October, a friend confided in me about her abusive relationship. She was in a dark place, and I felt compelled to help her. I couldn't stand the thought of her suffering alone, so I opened my home to her, offering her a safe space to heal and find her strength again. I offered her a safe space, but little did I know, my kindness would be my undoing. I believed I was doing the right thing, but I was blind to the storm brewing right under my nose. My trust and compassion were about to be tested in ways I never imagined. During this time, I discovered that my ex and she wanted something more, a threesome or even a throuple. The revelation hit me like a ton of bricks. I couldn't comprehend how the man I loved and the friend I trusted could conspire behind my back. It felt like my world was crumbling. I objected, and he turned it against me, saying I was a horrible person for not being supportive. His words cut deep, making me question my own values and beliefs. I felt trapped, torn between my love for him and my own sense of self-worth. The arguments became more frequent, each one leaving me more broken than the last. They made me feel so guilty that I let her stay. I was manipulated into believing that I was the problem, that my reluctance to accept their desires was a flaw in my character. I felt isolated, unable to turn to anyone for fear of judgment or misunderstanding. Fast forward to May. The months in between were a blur of emotional highs and lows. I tried to hold on to the remnants of our relationship, hoping that things would get better. But deep down, I knew that something was fundamentally broken. I helped her escape her abusive relationship and get back to her family. It was a bittersweet moment, knowing that I was helping her find safety while my own life was falling apart. I hoped that by doing the right thing, I could somehow find peace within myself. But while I was busy helping, my ex was busy getting her number. The betrayal was deeper than I had imagined. He was using my kindness as a cover for his deceit, weaving a web of lies that I was too blind to see. It was a cruel twist of fate, one that left me reeling. A week after my birthday, he dropped the bombshell. He was leaving me. The timing was deliberate, a final act of cruelty that shattered my heart. I felt like I was living in a nightmare, unable to wake up from the horror that had become my reality. Not only that, but he wanted me to be happy for them. The audacity of his request was beyond comprehension. How could he expect me to celebrate their union when it was built on the ruins of my trust and love? It was a twisted demand that left me feeling more alone than ever. He even threatened to take my dog if I wasn't. The threat was a final blow, a cruel attempt to control me even as he walked away. My dog was my solace, the one constant in my life that brought me comfort. The thought of losing him was unbearable. Turns out their affair had started long before I knew. The realization was like salt in the wound, a painful reminder of how deeply I had been deceived. Every moment we had shared, every promise he had made was tainted by his betrayal. They were in contact while we were still together. The lies and deceit were more extensive than I had imagined. It wasn't just a moment of weakness. It was a calculated betrayal that had been going on for months, if not longer. The betrayal cut deep, teaching me a harsh lesson. You can't trust anyone, not even those closest to you. It was a bitter pill to swallow, but it opened my eyes to the reality of human nature. Trust is fragile, and once broken, it can never be fully repaired. But I've learned to stand tall and move forward. The journey to healing has been long and arduous, but it has also been empowering. I've discovered a strength within myself that I never knew existed. I've learned to value my own worth and to set boundaries that protect my heart. Here's to new beginnings. The future is uncertain, but it is also filled with possibilities. I've let go of the past and embraced the unknown, ready to write a new chapter in my life. One that is filled with hope, resilience, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow.